my friend says something and they say, I blow you in the shots. You know that now me be the person who will help you reach where you go.
Blow your blow.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
But people are generally just crazy with the idea that I can't help it. It's just jealousy, and I would block them. Block, no problem. They block. You see, we say them they don't blow. Now you where they poor now go find poor people so that you people will be friends together. Today, I'll say it on my own. People know I don't like trouble. I know they find anybody trouble except they find my trouble. And then this very fine gentleman comes and I don't know, he was just perambulating the place and talking to the nail technician, and you know, one way he finds himself sitting beside me. And hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Rave with Mara podcast, and this is a second time guest on the show. Yay! We are so happy to have you again. And for those of you who didn't watch the other one she was on, this is Sally. The beautiful Sally, the sensible Sally, the Sally with the punchlines. Okay. And today we just want to talk about a couple of things that are happening. The first thing we want to talk about is, how do you care for your friends or your family when they are going through something, you are going through something? Oof. That's the first one. Okay. Second one, we're talking about Nigeria. So yes, put on your, you be vexed. All of us are angry. So yeah, please stay tuned to the episode. Welcome back to the episode. I still have my guest here, Sally. Do you want to say anything? Because you just been nodding and say yes, yes, yes.
Hi, I'm Sally.
She's a fashion designer. If you want to sew, please contact me. I will forward your this, and she's very good at it. She's very creative. I'm not just saying it because she's my friend. I'm serious. Yeah, so please, we are in need of big client base. If you have big client base, you'll not go to that office again.
Yes.
For those of you that don't know,
I will not go to that office.
You'll not go to that office again.
It's
so please, yes, thank you very much. You get bored of your routine. I think sometimes people say that I don't go out as much anymore because my job is remote. And I think I like it, but some people say it gets boring for them. Does it ever get boring for you?
Well, for now, I would say yes, because there's nothing new. It's just waking up, eating, going to the office, staying there, coming back. There's nothing, engaging. Right?
I think I get that.
So even if like just sitting down doing nothing is crazy. So for now, sometimes, right, I feel bored. But
okay.
What would I do? I don't have anything to do, so I don't know, maybe eventually.
Yeah.
It might get better, but for now, sometimes I feel really bored, like really, really bored.
And I think that when people ask me, don't you get bored? And I say bored, like, you don't need to make money at all. Because if I have to make money, this is the job that is giving me money right now. So if the job means I have to go to work at this certain time in the day, and from this time to this time I'm focusing on that job, and after that I'm coming back home to sleep, I'm tired, the next day the same routine, what do you want to make a do?
No, I'm getting bored doesn't mean I'm not going to stay there.
Do you get what I mean?
Yes,
because to be frank with you, God forgive me, I swallow it. But the job is monotonous. Like you keep doing the same thing over and over again. It's tiring. Yeah. But it fits me. Do you get what I mean?
Pays your bills.
It pays my bills. Yeah. I'm not crying to anybody to say, please borrow me money or give me money. Right. But please, I need people to buy my books.
Yeah.
I watch my videos so that I can make money from here. We don't have to ask you people for money. Right. But everything that we do, I think there's no room for us to complain that it's boring, because we know that this is like a stepping stone. Yes,
comes.
Yes, but yeah, I'm happy that we are sure okay.
We are happy that we are bored in doing our job, because at the end of the day we get something out of it.
Yes, absolutely.
We're happily bored.
Right. So the first thing I want to talk about is I have had friends who I don't know if it's a human thing where we like to trade stories. So for instance, you tell me, and I ask you how are you, and you say, I'm fine, no, but I've been sick for a while. Then in a way, I'm forced to also tell you that I've been sick too. Something I don't know if it's a lie, but I don't know if it's a Nigerian thing. But all of us, we like to play this kind of, you know, somebody say something.
Yes, nobody say.
I did alright, fully, but I ask you, me say, you can't dump your own problem for me. In that way, I'm like, in our friendship groups or friendship dynamic, there are times where your friend is going through something, you're going through something, but in a way, if you put those two on a scale, it feels like you are going through a much higher thing than that other person. But that other person needs you to come through for them. How do you do that?
Okay, first off, right, I don't have so many friends, but I have a lot of persons who feel, I don't know why they think that way, but I don't know, they just feel like this girl is a wealthy person, so they could always...
Tell me about that! I wrote something the other day about friend buying, and people wanted to choke me. You know this thing where somebody is your friend because they are thinking of the benefit they can get from you.
Exactly.
And you're like, but are they inside trenches? Where you they see this thing where you to say, I get money?
And sometimes I like, what are you guys saying? Like, to a point now, if I don't even have any money, and then maybe I tell a friend like, okay, I don't have this thing, it's impossible. I'm not saying hard, I say it's impossible for them to believe. And I'm like, am I doing something that I don't know something I am doing? Or is something you're seeing that I am not seeing? Because I am not, I would be rich, yeah. I am going to make it, I believe so, strongly. Yes. But right now in my life, I'm not doing wrong parts too. Yes, I don't really have what you think I have. I don't know. I want to have it. I want to honestly live up to your expectations. Because the way some persons come like, oh, hi Sally, please can you help me do this? Like,
which eyes does you look me?
Where am I
like,
working?
How did you
where do I work? How much do I earn again? It's crazy. Even down to family, right? They feel like this guy don't make money. Well, I don't know. I would,
but right now.
Now, coming down to your question, right? So for me, when these persons, right, come to me and then say, okay, I have this issue. Maybe I have a problem that's actually more than yours. But if I have the means to attend to you,
I don't even mean it in terms of monetary.
Yeah.
Right. Because I feel like
emotionally and otherwise.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So now, okay, I think there was a time in my life when I was going through a rough path, and then at that time I had so many persons because I do counseling as well. So I had so many persons. Sally, I have this issue. I was like, me to have issue. My issue. I don't even know who to go and ask. But then I had to come through for them because I feel they believe that you're going to be there. So I already have myself that if someone believes that you're going to be there for them, be there for them. So at that point, I think I actually, from there, I derived joy, and I actually at some point forgot about myself. Right? Because it was coming back to back, like, okay, let me provide solution to this problem. Let me tell you what to do. So at the point, I became so happy that I was providing solution to people's problems. And then I forgot about
your own problem.
I had issues, right? So over time, I was like, oh, thank God I even, went. So if I had said, I beg, see, right now, I can't attend to you. Me too, I have issues. I don't think I would feel that joy. Because it was like, okay, though you are down, but you still went ahead to help people. They are happy and they be like, Sally, God bless you. And then there's this joy that comes like, okay, now this person is happy. Eventually, I think I will be happy. So for me, if it's within my reach, if something I could,
just
go around with,
your own.
I would do it.
Right.
But let's talk about money. If it's money, if something I could just give, right? I would do it. But if something I know that, okay, over time, people now say, the money where say if you dash person,
don't lend it out. Yes.
Because I've had issues of borrowing people money,
and they would never return it to you.
It's like a fight when it's time for you to return the money, right?
Oh my God. Today I and Prince Hill, he posted something before church this morning, very early in the morning. And I'm like, for this guy to post this early, I don't touch her. And he was speaking English. It's like, so there's this thing where people come to you and they're begging you that they're dying, and you lend out money to them from the little you are saving. Yes. And then when it's time to return, they ghost you. That is hurtful.
It's painful.
When you ask me for money, both of us are saying ourselves, now it's time to pay, and you're telling me why is it not small money?
There's someone actually telling me, how much am I even owing you?
I been die because
even if it's 5 naira, it's my money. I work hard for
I have
it.
a very weird attitude, which is really crazy with money. When you ask me for money, like I learned this, I didn't know a long time ago that people are stupid. So in 2018, I learned that again, if somebody asks me for money, I'd rather say if you ask me for 50,000, I don't have 50,000 to give you apparently. If I have 5,000 or 3,000, I'm gonna send it to you and I'm telling you, please, this is a little I have to contribute to this. I don't expect it back. The moment you want to pay me back, I'm like, nah, you can go with it, right? But I didn't know that before, right? I would give money to people and I'll start getting agitated. Now, what happened when I went for service? I met some people in camp, you know, one thing. After camp, we went to serve different places, and this guy called out of the blue, like, I'm really going through this thing. I'm so sorry if you listen to this thing and you find it somehow. My brain is wired in such a way that when you tell me dash me money, it's easier for me to understand than when you say lend me this money. It's sad that I still remember this thing, and it's coming out like, wait, how do you still remember this thing from 2019? But you didn't come to me to say, Mara, do you have so and so amount of money to give me? You came to me and told me, Mara, please lend me this money. I'm going to pay it to you at the end of the month. At the end of that month, I asked this guy, this is a guy, I asked him, yo, what's up? He's like, oh, sorry about that thing, no, I just never really settled. Now, I said, okay, you didn't know where I took this money from. You didn't know if I had a plan on this money. You just said, 2-3 months, I was looking at this. I didn't ask him a second time because, again, I can't come and ask you for something you came to me to borrow from. So when I asked the first time and he said, I don't have it yet. When I do, I'll let you know. I'm like, okay. After 3 months, my guy is still they were right. We finished service. I was looking at him. I said, wait, does it ever occur to people that there's a different energy when you ask somebody to lend money to you, borrow money to you? You owe me to return my money to me. It's not my choice whether I decide to let it go or not. Do you know this person sent me a message again this year? Which I said, no. I thought about it and I was like, what about you makes you think I have money to borrow to you? Because I told them like things like kind of people who ask you for money and it becomes this weird, I'm not your close circle of friends. It is never your close circle of friends. Because your close circle of friends know that you don't have money. So when they even tell you that give me money, I'm like, let them go even return it back 2 days, 3 days, the money is back. So I noticed that people who ask you for money that never return this money are acquaintances. And then people who would expect, and she's a big girl now, she's a big boy now. The money never mean anything, but you don't know where I took that money from to give you.
Exactly.
You don't know what I was planning before I gave you that money.
You came up with your issue.
Yeah, it's really crazy. Like crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy because.
It's crazy.
Okay, I was saying earlier, right? So if you come to me and say, Sally, okay, I need this amount of money, and maybe me too, I'm going through financial challenges.
Yeah.
So I if it's something I could, you know,
part with,
like meander my way. Let me use that word now, and then let go. I would give it to you. But if something I know that me too, I need money, and this money is too big for me to let go. I don't have. Now, the honest truth is, I don't really have. I don't have. Actually. But, you know, something I've learned over time, but now I don't know because some people feel like, I don't know why they feel like if I say, Sally, borrow me money, I don't give it, like this girl won't give me, she's wicked. It's not like I'm wicked. Most of the time, I might not even have that money, right? Sometimes I know.
I'm not responsible for how you think or perceive me, to be honest.
Sometimes I know that I have, before now, when I was in school, right, I don't always have money. Not I don't have money. I have money I save. And when I was in school, when I was serving, I do not lend money I'm saving to anybody. If I don't have money in my account, my normal account, I don't have money.
I learned that in 2019. So again, when people ask you to borrow them money, what I came to realize is they have savings that they don't want to touch. Now, because you are doing good friend, you will go and break your own savings to help your friend in that situation. They will use your own money. Their savings is there, but you are breaking your own savings. Some people are all wicked. That's all I can say.
So then, if you ask me for money, right, and I don't have any money in my normal account that I use for my day-to-day activities, I don't have.
But you actually don't. You're saying for
Yes,
something.
so it's not like even some cases when the person will come like, oh please, 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 please. So the times that I'm actually like, okay, because this thing is pressing, let me remove from this place. It was not a good experience. It was something I wish I never did.
Oh wow.
Right? It was something I was like, you know, when they actually come to you first to say, please lend me money. Oh God, they're angels. They come and be like, oh please, that this and that, I will give you, even if it's 2 days. Someone actually told me if you want us to sign police something.
Are you serious?
Until now, you have not completed the payment. But when he was coming, he
Oh
was
my
like, this
God,
and this is what I'm saying. But then, and what saved me was I actually called my sister. I was like, how fun, do you know this guy? Yes. Has he ever borrowed money from you before? She said yes. Any money he's asking for, don't give him everything. Give him half because you guys are going to fight at the end of the day.
Oh my God, I won't give you. I won't give you.
So he was coming to. Then I was still working in the spa, right?
Okay.
So I closed late, and most times from the office I go to church maybe for regular or business. So he would wait from when I close, go to church. Maybe you come to my house by 10 p.m. just to beg me. Please now. If you don't think I will give you, let's go to the police. We'll sign a contract, right? And I'll pay you back in 3 months. I don't want to call names. I don't want to even call the amount.
Yeah.
I'll pay you back in 3 months. The next month is going to be a year. No, it's crazy. And now I told him because he actually blocked me at some point.
Oh,
now, I sent him a message
and said,
I said, like, do you know, even if you're dying tomorrow, you come to me. I can't give you because I went out of my way because you're coming to my house. And when he said the police, I just felt like, not today. Just don't worry about it. But now I know in his mind he's feeling like this girl. She get money. That she won't have money.
Yes, why counting?
You don't know what I do.
Yes.
You don't know how I get my money. You don't know the stress I go through every day to get that money. And you just feel like, oh, she's a big girl. So even if I told him, I said, see, this money actually, right? If this guy says, see, the way I am now, I don't have this money to do, I'm broke. I can easily say, you know what, let it go. But the fact that you have this attitude of saying at the point you're like, how much is the money? Say, I'm going to give you now. Calm down now. I'm like, wait, is it the same person that was coming at night to beg me? Do you understand? So now, if what you're asking me for is within my range, is within what I know I can fulfill, I would let go of my own problems, let go of my emotions, and attend to you. But my dear, if it's above my ranking, like you said, I don't really care what you feel because I will not do above myself. I would not want to please you because you're feeling she's rich. When I know that she will be rich.
Not actually, she will be rich.
So I would not want to, please you, and then so if it's within my area, I could like, okay, let me leave this thing and attend to you. But if not, then I'm sorry.
I like that. The next thing is, I'm very sure that you have some friends who, okay, before I say this, I know that people usually say a lot of shit about female friendship. They say things like, oh, you guys are faking, you guys are never really true with your feelings and all that nonsense. And I'm telling people again that you people are mad. You people are trying to sow a seed of something that has never been there. Because if you look at it logically, I mean, who we get apart from each other? Do you get what I mean? But there's always been that whole controversy on women who like women. Who do you think planted that seed? And some stupid women are acting on it, to be honest. Some very stupid women are acting on it. And I think that no matter how we say romantic relationship, the kind of friendship that you have with your female friends, if that bond is strong like this, now those people will take you out of some kind of terrible situation. Do you understand what I mean? But people now see it as everybody's lying and whatnot. I like my female friendships, and I think that if I'm dying today, now they will tell me the truth of why are they dying. They go laugh me, they will tell me the truth, or they will tell me sorry. Do you get what I mean? So, but there's this thing where in your close circle, there are times where one or two persons is achieving this thing that you have prayed and put all the efforts in. Now, out of the blues, this person gets this thing.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel? Let me go from there. In your close circle of friends, there's this thing you've been praying so much about, and all of a sudden it just seems like there's this friend that you have that gets everything on the platter. How does that make you feel, and how do you handle that? Because I think that it is okay to recognize that, oh wait, babe, this thing, and if you're being true with yourselves, the other friends will know that, what have I been praying for this thing? Now this has come to you. It doesn't take away the fact that you can talk about it that, or more. But seriously, what they pray for, it comes for you. But I think where the problem is the one who isn't getting it, thinking diabolical, or thinking it's weird that, wait, God bless this person, even though now me, they put in more effort. So I want to talk a bit about that, if that has happened to you personally.
It has not really happened to me. It has happened actually in the reverse way. Okay. So for people that get offended when the other party or their supposed friend is making it, I don't know how they do it. Now, personally for me, I've had friends that I do have friends that are actually very rich. Like very, very rich. I have friends, female friends that are actually very, very rich. I'm happy for them.
You know the funny thing? Because I believe that once you touch you, the person will still reach me.
Yes!
But I don't understand why. Because I'm saying this thing because a couple of weeks ago, I watched a video where somebody was saying, this is somebody I know. We are not friends, but I know her. And she made a video where she's like, and I get it though. I get it. Now everybody wants to cut off everything that makes them sad or makes them depressed, which is okay. It is very much allowed. If you have a certain kind of friend with a bad attitude, that if the person make up, you know, say you will hear them. In cases where they are always bragging about it, like, oh, I don't get this thing, you never get, and you can't kill yourself. So if you're in that kind of situation, you can cut them off. Now it got me thinking, there are actually friends in our close circle that make it earlier than us.
Yes.
Like,
which is normal.
Which is normal.
As it's supposed to even be.
Even if you're going to have the feeling of why this person, why he never reached me, I feel like what makes it true, Seth, is you having a conversation with your friend.
Yeah.
Like, I better come. What do you do? Because none of us there inside this thing together. I feel like it's even much more true if you converse about it. But the moment you start around thinking, oh, let evil befall this person, I think that's where the problem is.
I think you're going to witchcraft now.
Yes.
Because,
to be honest.
Yeah, but I don't know like how people come to that point. But for me, when I see this person's make it, they progress, I'm happy.
Honestly, but like, one in my circle.
And I don't know, I there's this thing, I think it's in me. I don't know if it's good or not. But I usually like to celebrate friends. Like, if you're my friend and you're making it, you don't even need to blow the trumpet. I will take it and blow the trumpet for you that you are blown. That's my kind of person. Because I feel like mine is coming soon. So why should I be like, oh, why didn't it happen to this person, not me?
Please make it so that I'll be following you to cruise with you until my own comes. What are you saying?
Then I will not be paying. Like,
what are you saying?
Why did it happen to Mara? I was the one that even prayed. I prayed more than Mara, and then she's this, and now it happened to her. God, well,
are you insane? Like, are you crazy?
How do you even come to that point? You guys are friends. At least if you guys are your friends, you people are supposed to be like, oh, and that's this person's blessing is also my blessing.
That is why I know that people still look at your friendship and laugh, and I'm like, you people are just mumu, because at the end of the day, now we get ourselves, we can understand our struggles more. And this thing where some people will say, I can't be friends with girls, and I'm only friends with men.
Like, girls say they can't be friends with girls.
Yeah, with girls. And I'm like, I get that, like, one or two persons have hurt you in the past. But I see those men where you follow and they won't show you shaking. They won't shake you go worse past, because now that same male friendship, they gather their other friends, they do bets. They go use to do bets. No, I'm being frank. These are things I've seen. I'm not saying that I have male friends. Like, we are tight, like tight. But to now close out one for the other, I feel like it's stupidity. And it's still the idea of those, not one or two, very bad female friends out there. Like, why? If your friend gets something good, me, I feel like I'm going to be happy because I know that I'll chop your money and I will follow you about. Do you get what I mean? But the idea that you are now praying evil prayers for your friends, and it's okay to say, talk to your friend and say, how did you get this thing? How did you arrive here? What step did you take? It's understandable. I feel like no sensible friend who you ask that is going to think otherwise, that you're just being. But the moment you laugh at their face or you say something evilish like, why now you get this thing? Now it begins to sound like witchcraft. Like I keep saying this thing, people's graces are different.
Yes.
I told somebody one time, one of my friends that you know, one of our friends, said something one time when we were both at OG. She was like, I saved some amount of money. I'm like, oh wow, good for you. And that's one thing about me. I like it about myself so much. I like money. I want to have money.
Yeah.
I want to make it.
Yeah.
But my eyes need a trick for person on.
Exactly.
And I think that's why I still have rich friends around me. Because to be honest, they send me money, make I no lie. They send me money and they chop their money. They lash me hair. I know they pay for some things. Do you understand what I mean? Which is they get it because they know that I see they try come up. It's poor people you want to follow.
No, I feel some of them want to be the rich friend.
You are a fool.
Why they have other people benefiting from
them? Yes. So this babe said she has saved this amount of money, and I'm like, oh well, good for you. Now the thing with me is, I am happy for you that you're doing this thing. I would celebrate you, but the moment you now say, now both of us do the same job, they report the same money. Why you not say this amount of money? That's when I'll now remind you. You see your grace and my grace will be the same thing, which is one. Yeah. The second thing is the responsibility that I have. You probably it's not even this babe doesn't have it. Yes. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. So if I'm paying my rent, I'm feeding myself, I'm paying every bill,
living in your family.
Do you know what I mean? And you are living in your family house, you should be able to save that amount of money. And I'm damn happy for you. But the moment it now becomes this whole, oh, we have the same job, excuse you. On the same job that you are, do you know that some people's grace we say they are not with the dash them money every day? Yeah. It doesn't mean that anything is going on. They just like them. We are on the same job. You know, say they hate me. They are commenting, Mara, you're doing a good job. But suddenly they go outside and you know, take transport money. Yeah. It's your grace. I'm not feeling that out with you. My mom will say, as they go outside today, suddenly you go pay my own transport money. Yeah. Do you get what I mean? But I feel like this thing is becoming a menace because that people are being witchy. Yes. Being wicked. That's even like it's okay for your friends to hear more than
to
you.
Make it together before you to blow it's not a bad thing.
You have to train yourself to accept the fact that nobody you go blow first. And when other people blow, you celebrate with them. One of my friends said something and they say, I blow you in the shots. You know that now me be the person who will help you reach where you go.
Blow your blow.
Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. But people are generally just crazy with the idea that I can't help it. It's just jealousy. And I would block them. Block. No problem. They block. You see, we say them they don't blow. Now you where they poor now go find poor people so that you will be friends together. You get what I mean?
No, I think that man actually crazy.
You know what he told me yesterday? Say you like your money. I said no. The person was, and I was like, she was saying I can't know, let me send you money. It was 2K. I said no. But the when I sent it, they were like, thank you. I was like, and because I know I don't have a lot. Yeah. But you see that small that I have. I'm not going to like this. So if you tell me, say, give me money, I can't try to tell you, say, this is what I have, and you afford me, please don't mean the one I'll give me big money. Like, I like my money. I like to work for my money. If you dash me money, I'll collect, but now it becomes my money. So I will take good care of that money. Do you know what I mean? I like the idea of owning my own money. Yeah. Let me say, money in your pocket, let me say my pocket is there. So why would they look, say, that's so hustle my hustle.
That's what I think people don't really know, like clearly. Now, this person, you don't know how far this person goes to hustle. Now, over time, I began to understand this girl. The time I'm using to sleep in my house, she's awake, trying to fix one or two things. And now she's making, maybe, okay, let's even turn it around. Maybe I'm the one working hard, right? And then she's just sleeping, it's working for her. I think what I should do as a friend is, Lord, since you have blessed my friend, remember me. Let me be the next in line.
It's actually
But
very
why
simple.
should I not say,
Very, very simple.
after I've prayed, me, church girl, I don't fast, don't pray. The one worldly friend I get.
And it's always like that. That man in the Bible that was praying, I was telling
God is
I pray more than this person.
Yeah.
That's why God does not answer your prayer, to be honest.
So I feel like this worldly friend that I have is now getting what me, a Christian friend, is praying for. But man, God is wise. Because you are actually foolish even thinking that already. No. Because if that person, you know, I think there was a time where we were teaching further about, and then I think a pastor said, you know, we say this, why me? Like when something bad happens, you say, why me?
Why not?
And the man was asking, why
who
not
do,
you?
Yes,
Who do you
think
want that
should
thing should happen to? Do you get
that.
So if, for instance, my friend makes it first, good and fine. Except maybe that friend, and the truth is, for me, if you're my friend and maybe you make it, right? Me, I will show you to the world. I will post you. I will post you. But if at any point you begin to feel like, oh, I am now a god, I cut you off.
Right, which was what I was making reference to the other time. So the girl made the video and said, I get that, like, it's okay to celebrate your friends, but the moment it starts to feel like, I'm begging for your attention, or I'm your friends because I expect you to give me, I'm going to cut you off. Because first of all, you are depressing me. Second of all, I'm not having to think, but wait, is it because you have money? Which is not bad for my mental health, so I'm going to cut you off. And one of my friends said one time that there are a couple of people on Instagram that have friends from church that she decided to cut off. Not because they are not friends anymore, but because the lifestyle they show on Instagram is every time she sees it, she's like, wait, these people are going out every time and I can't afford to go out. So every time she's always thinking negatively, like, why am I still in this situation? Not badly that, why God bless them, but now, why am I still here? Why am I still here? So what she did was, she blocked them and she like muted their stories on this thing. And anytime they say, how far, and you message me, you still get my, but I can't see your status anymore. I can't see your story.
But you know, social media, right, can say many things that are not true.
Yes, it gives an illusion of what you think is real.
So I came to your house, for example, right? Your house is actually very nice, and then you gave me food to eat.
Yeah.
Have a nice phone, nice camera. But just video the phone now, hanging out, chilling somewhere. If I can even use my Snapchat and put somewhere in Abuja and put there and put it on my status. People that say like, just get on, go out again.
I don't know, you came to
sometimes I might even go for like maybe a job hunt. Let's say I go for a job hunt in a restaurant, for instance. I go snap pictures there.
And people think you are.
I don't post that. Then you say, oh, she went out again. You don't know what I went there to do.
That's very true.
So
very
sometimes, right? I don't. If I say you're chilling, because I've been able to talk to some friends. Oh, you are chilling. You say, if you know the story for that chill, you know what it is. So some things are fake. They look so real. They are fake.
But sometimes the posters don't mean it to be fake.
Yeah.
They're posters and you assume on your own. But this is what they're trying to do.
Me, I went out to look for a job.
Yes.
The environment is fine.
And I
even said, okay, come, let's go and eat. And the table is fine. I snapped it up, posted it. It is you that is thinking that I went to a rich. I did not put it in your head.
It's
so
crazy.
It's
crazy.
So something's actually not as
how they
real
as to be. Yeah, but anyway, we'll leave this one first. We'll continue. We're not going to stop.
Yeah.
So the next one about is Nigeria.
My country.
But because I'm tired of talking about this thing, I don't want us to spend so much time on it. Okay. Today's date is 21st.
20-something.
It's not 20-something, anyways.
Yeah.
We are a couple of days away from 29th. When the democracy, the swearing is supposed to happen.
Was that democracy?
You know.
Actually.
And true. Supposed I like that. And for people who don't know, I am a supporter of Peter Obi. I'm not Igbo. Okay, my grandma is Igbo, but I'm not supporting him because I'm tribal. Because if you check it, that's a very long line.
Yeah.
I'm supporting the guy because I think he has ideas and principles that can change Nigeria.
Yeah.
We went out to vote. And a lot of things happened. After everything that all of them did, they decided that despite not fulfilling the 25% in how many states, 26 states, and FCT, they decided to give Tinubu. president-elect.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. Everybody decided,
Yeah,
oh,
bye-bye.
calm down. You are going to go to court.
Mm.
You are going to dispute or and whatever from
Reclaim
there.
your mandate.
Yes, reclaim your mandate. Thank you. That's the word for it. Reclaim your mandate. Today is a few days to 29th, and the courts have been doing back and forth. And I'm like, is it after they swear in the guy that you're going to reclaim that mandate?
I think that's the plan, though. I'm thinking.
Because to be honest with you, if we are saying the all the reasons, I didn't find anything, and it's been freaking annoying.
Yeah.
They keep postponing and doing this. At first, it was they can't release the beavers and the other materials for them to inspect because gubernatorial election was coming up. That came and passed. They said, and they have to reset. Different story came about. Now I'm like, where do we really stand? Is this how we're going to accept? I don't want to call him president-elect because I'm very sure that not up to 50% of Nigerians actually voted out there in.
Yeah.
And the numbers they are showing us, we know it is fraud. So is this how we're going to keep our eyes shining and then waiting, and then on 29th they'll swear in this guy and bam, we don't have a new president? Like, how do we come back from that?
That's actually a very big question. How do we come back?
How do we come back from that?
Eventually, we would come back if we
How?
want to come back. Okay, first off, the whole court case, blah blah blah, is crazy. My own thing is, those days they have court cases, proceedings, and all.
Yeah.
It takes me longer time to get to the office because I don't pass that road.
That's true.
That's one thing.
That's
They need to block roads,
Yes.
and they used to make me late sometimes. That's it.
That's true.
But then, talking about Nigeria, my country, I think the truth is that we know that this thing is going to happen.
Okay.
One way
We
or
did,
the other.
we did.
But we had faith that
Nigeria wasn't going to Nigeria.
Yes.
This time around.
And then somehow it's impossible because this is who, I don't want to say this is who we are, but this is who we are. And now, okay, so now I feel the problem is this particular man has planned this thing for a very long time. That's Jagaban. Now, and I think Peter Obi just came all of a sudden. I'm not saying he just, but to me, I just feel he came all of a sudden. But this man has planned this for years, like a good number of years. Now he has supposedly helped people, but I feel he's helping them. You
in return for what they will give back
come
to
and
him.
stay in this position.
God.
Thank you, sir. But you don't know that in so years to come,
You know,
I
this was what I
need you
was
to
saying
be here.
when they were saying go to court if you want to challenge. And I'm like, the people in the court, I didn't know his people.
Exactly.
That's what I made the same statement. I said it. I said, if a thief tells you take me to court, what do you think is going to happen?
I really want the battle now.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I know I stole something, and I'm telling you,
Let's
go
go to
court.
Yeah.
I'm indirectly telling you, no matter what you do, I will find my way out. So I knew that this thing was already set in stone for me. I knew they were going to just waste Peter Obi's time.
And let's see how
but I'm just really like
that we had.
29th is a few days away.
Something can happen tomorrow, don't know. So I think he has planned over a good number of years, like putting people in places and high places. So to them, oh, this man is good, he's helping. I'm not saying he's not good, he's a very good person. Now he has helped me, he has put me in this place, but now they are his boss. So they need to pay back. A favor will attract another favor. So I have put you in this place. You have been here because of me. Now I want to be in this place. I don't need you to put me there. I need to make sure that whatever happens, you stand your ground and make sure that I'm already there. Just make sure I'm there. So he has worked his way to a point where I think I was in a car one day and I heard them speaking on the radio. Someone said, the kingmaker has now made himself the king, right? And so he doesn't really need them to put him there. He already told himself, I'm going to be there. What I need you to do is
to ensure that I get there.
It start going up and down, just make sure I remain there. So what do you want them to do? You have to be loyal to this person. Because the truth is, you know, politics in Nigeria is dirty.
Extremely dirty.
It's dirty. So
I agree.
If I've helped you for years, maybe you're not even qualified to be in a place. I brought you single-handedly, put you in that place, right? And then it's time for me to say, okay, remember I helped you 8 years ago. I want to be in this position. All you have to do is just say, I am here. I don't need to fight for me. Just say, I can fight my battle for myself. Just say, I'm here. What do you think they will do? They will do.
Sure.
So all the, even when we're talking about cashless, kini.
Yeah.
Poor Nigerians People
They're
that
always the ones
did not
going
have
to
anything
suffer,
were the ones
honestly.
going to the bank, going to join the queue.
Mm-hmm.
The people that are people are in their house calling bank managers
To send money to
I
them.
need this so billion with the new cash that is not even
Yes, in circulation.
circulation.
Which was why I was even saying then that the funny thing is policy. Buhari did a good thing by bringing the policy. But I'm like, before this money will even reach our hand, the people you are trying to say you don't want them to vote by, they don't already carry that money.
So
What are we saying?
I even feel this is just even a plan from the beginning. I feel it was like that so that they would not say, okay, he did not do this and he just did this to cover up. That's what I feel.
That makes
So,
sense. Because
so
now we are back to using the old notes.
So it was
So
it was still me that was suffering. I did not have cash to go to the office. The normal taxi man will tell you I don't collect transfer, find cash, give me. At some point they stopped collecting old notes.
Yes.
We had to go to the bank to put in the old notes. At some point you have to go to CBN. I did not see any car, G-Wagon, this thing packed down. I saw people maybe with normal car, people trekking. People with normal car went there. I don't see any big man where carry escort come stay say I want to deposit my old note.
That's last now I heard the other.
But it was we were suffering. So I feel we had faith from the beginning. So
let's keep having that
faith alive. Hopefully 29 will come, then we'll know our faith, our real faith. But even if they do the swearing and everything, their kids is still in court. Maybe after 4 years. They will But let's just
I hope and pray because life is going to change. We already have the issue of inflation. I don't know how many of you guys pay attention to these things. Well, I do because I work from home. I buy fuel. I buy food stuff. So I see how it affects all of these things. But we don't see it. It's small, but we don't see it. Now we are saying they remove subsidy, and that is going to effect by June or July. Do you know how much a litre is going to cost by then? Probably 600 or 700. How is this now? Us will still suffer around because those ones they have money that they've stolen from us Nigerians. Do you get? But I just pray that we're able to reclaim that mandate and
amen.
Yes, that will help us. Now I went to do my nails today, yay! And I was reminded again how very stupid people can be. They feel like they have a right on people's lives and they have a say in the decision on your life, which is really bizarre to me. This Hilda Bassi thingy has been going on, and although I talked about this last week, flimsily on the audio podcast, today I was sitting on my own. People know I don't like trouble. I know they find anybody trouble, except they find my trouble. And then this very fine gentleman comes and I don't know, he was just perambulating the place and talking to the nail technician, and one way he finds himself sitting beside me. And he's like, hi, were you able to get food from the restaurants? I'm like, yeah, but we was trying to explain to him that they've closed. But I already knew that, let's say this one is fine, you will see him today. Now, I look very gentle. I'm very calm. And I don't like trouble. If you will not see this other side of me, if you follow exactly. Now he sits down and conversation starts to sprout. Let's start talking about this demolition that is going on. I don't want to talk about the demolition thingy. There's demolition going on in Gishiri village. I live in Katankwe extension, which is a stone throw to Gishiri. So in a way, I still don't know if I'm going to be affected, but I don't talk about it in this thing. I will talk about it next week, possibly. Now, we start talking about, oh wait, where do you live? Are you going to be affected? And all of that. And I start to explain what this C of O really means. And how, some of these people are building on land that does not belong to them or their ancestors. But we finished that conversation, and the next thing, I pick my phone and I'm swiping. There was a woman from my Tama who came to also do her nails. So she was really like, this young lady, you know what you're saying. So I was like, I'm smart, I was feeling myself. But I was like, I never for the point that this guy was trying to talk something, because before you go reach that place, I know something will happen. Now I pick my phone and I start to scroll on Instagram, and the next thing he picks his phone and he goes to I went to Twitter. He went to Instagram. And then he says, sorry, excuse me. And I said, yeah, what's up? And I said, I've been trying to talk to you. And I said, oh, what is it? And he now said, I have a problem. I said, what's the problem? He said, so this Hilda Bassi thing, there's something I don't like about her. And I'm like, you! Who nobody knows in Gishiri village? Whose house is probably going to get demolished tomorrow? You don't like somebody who has attempted to do 100 hours of cooking on her feet. You don't like her. wow, this one's been interesting. Why? What's up? So there's this thing I don't like about her is that she exposes her body. I'm like, ha, you don't like. First of all, you don't like her because she exposes her. You don't like. There's this thing you don't like about her. Who freaking cares about you? That's one. Secondly, you don't like that she exposes her body. Is it your freaking body?
Wait, let me understand. Like he
No,
knew that before now.
Oh
or
my
is it
God.
from the
You are
cooking that
you
we
are
all
going-
were looking at her cooking and praying for her
You are
to
going to
stand,
hey.
and then looking at the clothes she was wearing.
You're
I
going too
understand.
far. You're too far. You're too far. Like I said, I'm a very calm person. I'm not a 5% trouble. But if you find my mouth, you will hear them. Now I go, you mean you say you don't like her because she's like, I said, no, let me explain. I'm like, okay. At this point, my face has remained unchanged because I don't usually want to react first. Let me hear where your entire brain is saying. Now he says, so you know she's a cook. There are certain professions that you go into, you're supposed to expose your body. I'm like, I'm sorry, when she was cooking, was she naked? He said no. Okay, when she cooks in a restaurant, is she naked? He said no. I said, okay, so where did you see the nakedness that you're talking about? And he goes to show me on Instagram how she's partying with her friends and she's wearing a sexy clothes and all that. I'm like, okay, so when you go out with your friends, you don't party? He said no, that's not what he's saying. That if you're a teacher, for instance, you can't wear certain things. I'm like, wow. So now, because when he cooks, she's not naked. But when she goes out, you think you have a right to comment on what she's wearing outside again. You say, exactly. I'm like, I'm seeing you for the first time, and I don't know, maybe you saw me and you thought I had a good head of my head. I am a mad person. Because how can you think? And it's that thing where men come into a room and they feel like they can monopolize the conversation.
Yeah.
You came into a room filled with women. Not just young women. There was an older woman, 3 older women there, and about maybe 4 of us that were young ladies. You walk into the room to ask for a restaurant. They did not have lunch and they didn't have rice, so you have to wait for them to make swallow. You came to sit down here. You heard us conversing a different thing entirely, but you just came.
And brought your
And
own
next
conversation.
Is hidden nakedness talking about? Like, who were you? What did you want to get from us? That women should support you and say, it's true. She's being naked. Is it your body?
That's not even the funny thing.
Not funny thing. It's the audacity of I don't like her. I don't like her. I don't like the fact I'm like you. That I want to demolish your house. I think I'm going to pass you. See, I'm not trying to be mean or anything.
Yeah, I get
like I'm not trying to be mean, but it's weird.
No, that's not even the point for me, right? You can have your own opinion. I don't really care about your opinion, right? But number one, that was why I asked that question. Was it when she was cooking and we all were saying, oh God, help her, that you were seeing her nakedness, or when? So after this lady came up and then did what she did and brought Nigeria to world recognition or whatever I call it, and then you went back. We moved on. You went back to her page to follow her and began to check where she was naked. Now that is your own opinion. No. I have a problem with
you found fellow women that you can tell, so that the women will not say, that's true, she's naked, or what was
you would have
like,
let me see your girlfriend picture.
Like I was so I look like she made not really know say that's the name television I was. She don't really know say she not bend because I'm like I don't get it. You think you have an opinion?
You're not even a family member, yeah. You're not even somebody she knows or would know, probably.
I said this is
you're not even somebody knows, right? Like, okay, me, I have a problem with. I think people that are okay with their kids dressing naked, but have a problem with other people's kids doing the same thing.
That's
hypocrisy. Now, probably this guy's girlfriend now. Maybe.
No, it's because she's a public figure now. Now she's in public space.
But why do people do that?
But the funny thing is, I know that even if the girlfriend is not, he will go and be buying this kind of things for his girlfriend to wear, so that your girlfriend will look sexy. Like, but you have an opinion on somebody else.
I don't know her before, and I don't know her before. And I was the cooking stuff that brought her to Lamlight.
Yes.
And then we were all happy.
Yes.
Actually, saw some of her pictures, like, just get fine, she even get shape.
Hot babe! But now you want to shame her.
So why are you not
because she said she's doing glory to God when she's trying to do
so what you're saying is a cook is not supposed to dress that way.
That was the part that even got me wild. That was why I told him, I know I look like a normal person to you, but you come and tell me that And you know, there are certain professions that then it was even a lot of things. We're talking about UV light before it cuts that thing now. After the demolition talk, we're talking about UV light and why I was telling my neighbor that so you're still using UV light to do people's system. When I'm telling you that the thing has direct ultra and he goes, is it something you read on social media? And I'm like, dude. Like, you know this kind, you don't know what you talk, you just read them. And I just looked at him like, you don't come up to people and assume they don't know what you're saying. Yeah. You don't know what I studied, you don't know what I do for a living. Yeah. And he goes, oh, sorry, I didn't. I'm like, that should have been the first flag. Red flag. Yes, the first red flag. Run, red flag, run. That, please, anything about talk, I will not block my ear, I'll put my earpod in my ear. But you now have an opinion on somebody you don't know. You men, you have audacity, Sha. You have audacity. I think that's how I saw that. Do you know there's a pastor that talked about it on Twitter or in his church? I don't know. Person where they cook food. Really? So if I cook food now, man don't go club or make I don't hang out with my friends again. You now say it's not glorifying God. Sir! Wait, sir, you people have wait, what's not glorifying wait, is it you that cook food? The thing is confusing you. No, because I'm trying to understand this. Nobody ever talked about the lady before now. Just because say she cooked for people, do you know the thing? People went back to her social media to go look at her previous pictures, how she's having fun. What does that have to do with us? It's a hatred. It's a hatred that we have harbor for Nigerians, especially for women. Do you see people going back to go and trace? You know, when Binani came and said she wanted to do governor, a lot of people didn't know her. A lot of people just figured, okay, she did so and so at some point, she became a senator and blah 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 blah. But you know that people went and started digging her past life, and I'm like, how many male politicians do you see that we talk about what they did? Yeah, it's just bizarre. Like, why do we keep doing this thing? It's pure hatred. I know. I think it's the African man and African woman mentality. I think we are back to this African man. Yeah, because it's crazy. For example, I don't know you from Somebody achieve something. I don't know you, and then outside you happen to just appear on social media. Everybody's talking about you and all. Hallelujah! Thank God for that. I move like what business do I have to go back? You know, and start looking at your life or start calculating what you're supposed to. Yeah, okay. For me, right, I would say I appreciate when people cover their body, right? But I don't understand how people will go and create somebody. I don't. It's cooking that she came to cook for us and put us on demand. Yes. So what is now our business with our past life? Or if and then like it's not like they're people giving us something. I'm like, you're a hater. It's hatred, right? If it's easy, go and do your own business. That's why she's not the first that did it now. But there are so many angels that her own was broadcasted. Bros, if it's easy, go and put it together a team and do it. It's hatred, and I hate having conversations like that. So today, I don't know. We have talked plenty. Yeah, a whole lot. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for having me. It was a very long conversation. Yes, it was. And I'm so happy that you took your time to be here with me. Yeah. I hope that I'll be able to call on you some other time in the future. We are laughing. Like, okay, it's fine, it's okay. It's okay. Thank you, you guys. You guys watching this thing. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. Yeah, subscribe. If you have recommendations for topics you want to hear, please write to us. My Instagram is there somewhere on this YouTube. Recommend my stuff, reshare, post. Now, how I want to make this money, please. I beg. Now, beg and I beg. Thank you guys. Bye.